Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and I need to put this on. It's so difficult for me to remember to do everything in the morning time. And you wouldn't think it'd be that hard, but howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yes, indeed. Try to get my chair and my body in alignment. And inside of this pocket right here, a silly little goose. A goose of a mammal. Yep, it's a little mammal, which is a little invertebrate furry beast, just like we. And, just as a reminder, in 2012, the world's neurobiologists came together and declared that all invertebrates, all vertebrates, all mammals, all birds, because they have similar brain structures, though different, and some invertebrates, like octopi, are sentient. Just like we. They have smaller personalities, smaller minds, but they think, they feel just like us. So I'm going to put her down now because she's a sweetheart. There you go. Thank you so much. Pull her lid back. But even though she's tiny and little and small and furry and eats seeds and bugs and stuff like that, she is just as sentient as the rest of us, just smaller. And because of the lack of brain cells, so much more of what they do is instinct. And they have to fight that. I mean, hamsters have it too. There's a thing called thigmotaxis that mice have and smaller things like that. Oh, my tummy. Excuse me. I had to wash down my methadone with a caffeinated beverage, of course. But thigmotaxis is where they freeze and hide in large open areas. And they hide behind things, because if you have a pet hamster or a pet mouse, they'll hide behind things and then look at you. They're hiding to be hidden so that they won't be killed and eaten. They can't help that. Instinct is built in. That's why guinea pigs run when you try to pick them up. They know your smell. They know you're not going to hurt them. But at the same time, instinct says, I'm going to be killed and eaten. Run. So they can't fight that. Thumbs up? Not really thumbs up. It's kind of sad, but still. It's good. I mean, it's kept them alive, so definitely a thumbs up. And so hopefully, maybe, if I can find, I'm still always on the lookout for frees and rescues. Haven't found any in town yet. The amount of pet shops that we used to have was not huge, but now I know of only one, and it largely just sells reptiles. So there's not a whole lot of pet stores in town anymore. And I don't make it to Olympia a lot. My minivan needs a new timing belt. Driving it around at any point in time, the timing belt's going to just go and then it's going to stop. I need a new water thing, and so it's like $200 worth of work, and when those things go, it's just going to stop working right then and there, and I'm going to have to get it towed to wherever I can get those parts fixed or get them done beforehand. I don't have any money. It's payday today. I'm minus almost 500. So if it weren't for all my patreon.com patrons bringing me back up to almost zero in my checking account, I'm able to survive, because at the end, after all this, I'm going to be minus 500 again. Yay. But at least I'm able to survive and live. I need to figure out, I'm calling up the government again today to try and get a payment plan started for my federal debt. Try and figure out how I'm going to take care of this other bunch that's coming through. It's on its way down the pipeline, and it's going to hit me, and when it does, I'm not going to be able to pay rent, because then I'll have like $400 to make my $1,000 rent payment. And then that'll be the beginning of the end, because next month I'll have to make the $1,000 and pay the $600 that I don't owe, but I only have enough money each month to make the rent payment, and then I'm minus 400 and change. So if I ever can't make a full rent payment, then that's the beginning of the end. It's gone. I'm homeless. So I'm sincerely hoping that that doesn't happen. If you can help in any way with GoFundMe campaign contributions or becoming a Patreon.com patron, that would be very awesome. I know there are people out there, they make websites, they scam kids and people, and they're begging for cash just so they can have another car in their mansion. I'm just trying not to be homeless. I just don't want to have to give up all my stuff and live on the street. So if you could help that way, that would be awesome. Thank you very, very much. And I am so sorry. I hate having to ask, but I do appreciate those of you that do help. Thank you very, very much. Didn't do a whole lot yesterday. Fell asleep again during the first part of the day, and so was all behind. Didn't get a reaction done, of course. You all may have noticed that if you like watching my reactions. And so did a game video. I have a game video from a game channel, still needs to be uploaded. But after my game video for this channel, I went out walkies. And these days I've decided that what I'm going to be doing is just walking around town is fine. It's good. And walking, but I've got no real way to tell exactly how far I'm going. I have to just guesswork it. But if I walk all the way up to Walmart and back, that's a guaranteed 6 miles right there. So last night I walked to Walmart again. And was very, very sore when I got back, but was still able to record a video for my game channel, and that was good. It still needs to be uploaded. It's all waiting. I'm picking at my thumbnail now. I need to get new fingernail clippers. I got dead skin on all the edges of my fingernails. Not fingernails. You don't get dead skin on your fingernails, but all around on my fingers, and so I have to clip the skin on all around on my fingers. You do that? I mean, when I clip this, my thumbnails, I don't just have to clip my thumbnails. I clip the thumbnail and then I clip the skin off of the edge of my thumb because it's gotten so thick from calluses from thumbnails that I can't feel anything anymore. So I clip the skin off and it's like, whoa, all of a sudden I can feel again. It's bizarre. But yeah, I clip the skin off of my fingers. Not like down to the bone, and not even, it's just when you get thick callus stuff, you just go clip to the thick stuff and then it's gone. And so I get that right there on the ridges of my thumbs, and sometimes on the ridges of my fingers right up next to the thumbnail. Or a fingernail. And so I just clip that off. Yay. But I've been working pretty much non-stop in my head anyway on this one. It's not quite novel length, but it's going to be like a novella, I think. Could very well end up being novel length, but it's a Lovecraftian type short story. Now my views on the world and such are that I need a natural reason for supernatural stuff. It just, our universe that we live in seems to be like a Faraday cage of normalness. There's no supernatural stuff. And with our physical laws, we don't have any supernatural stuff. In fact, my personal views on that are, if we ever did have anything like magic, there would be an instantaneous release of energy, probably more intense than an atom bomb or hydrogen bomb, and it would kill whoever's in the area. You're breaking physical laws. Our universe doesn't allow that. You cannot create matter. You cannot create energy. You can change matter to energy, you can change energy to matter, but you cannot create one or the other. And magic just allows you to do stuff like that. But our universe doesn't. And I have a feeling it would be probably akin to having like the surface of the sun momentarily on the face of the planet wherever something like that did occur. So I need a natural reason. And extrapolating, I know I've kind of talked about this before, but it's really, it's a good reason. It allows me to come up with anything, and it's an actual semi-scientific reason, but allows me to come up with anything from ghosts to Lovecraftian horrors, and it's all got this semi-scientific rationale behind it, and so it works. It's very, very cool. I have a ton of stuff in my head. One story that I've been working on is from the monster's point of view. but they're not monsters. And in fact, it gives a rather sympathetic view to the bad guy in the whole part of the story, where there's the prince of darkness. You know, there was a being of light and a being of dark, but the being of dark is not jealous or mad or such. He's just lonely because nothing grows in darkness, nothing grows in dark, and he's just lonely. He, again in English defaulting to he. And so there's jealousy, but not envy or rage. He's just lonely. And so any being that comes to Garesh, if there is the capacity for love in their heart, Garesh will love them back. First came the creatures of light that found the light too difficult. Nocturnal creatures, creatures of darkness. They had the capacity to love Garesh. Garesh loves them back. They can live in darkness. Funguses, many plants came to Garesh. They love Garesh. Garesh loves them. Later on, when people came to Garesh, they had to have the capacity for the love for Garesh in their hearts, because he will touch them and feel their hearts. And if there is the capacity for love, then he will change them. He will burn out all of their humanity in past life, leaving them an empty husk to be changed. But he does not change them into anything evil. He just changes them into dark. And unfortunately, since darkness can't sustain you, you need light to sustain you. And as a formal human being, you cannot live on the light of smaller creatures. So you have to feed on the creatures of light that can sustain you. It's not out of hatred. If Garesh had the power, Garesh would feed you with his power. But Garesh has to feed as well, and has no power to give. And so I've got a really cool story working on that one with a very sympathetic monster and his wife. Very, very cool story I'm working on. Hopefully I can get it done and fingers to keyboards here real soon. Got a lot of shorts too. There have been a few online things where they say tell a story in 6 words or less. I've never done those sort of things. I found one that was a picture of like a haunted house with a vending machine on it with salty snacks. So it's like, tell a story in 6 words or less. And so for the first time, I just went, oh, Althena needs blood, but loves salt. A story in 6 words. So my mind is actually really waking up. I'm not just feeling that way while still sleepwalking. My memory has been coming back. I've been getting sharper and clearer. It is absolutely astonishing. And of course there was no therapy this week because my therapist had a training, 3-day training, so he's still there today. Started yesterday. It's either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But it's a 3-day thing, so I'm back on track for next week. So hopefully my vehicle won't die on the 20-mile drive on this one bit of highway that's the only way to get out of Shelton and to Olympia. One road. We are so hosed. There is Olympia. Shelton, the town I live in, is just so screwed for roads. I mean, I've told you before how there's South Olympia, downtown, and North Olympia. Gosh darn it, Shelton. So there's 2 major roads. Well, 1 major road and a couple minor roads that go from southern Shelton to downtown. So if one of those 2 roads gets blocked, it is a major detour to get into town. You have to hit the highway and go miles to come up and around. To go from downtown Shelton to northern Shelton, there's 2 major roads. Those are both blocked right now because of construction. If you want to get from downtown Shelton to northern Shelton, you've got to go either find the minor roads that get around or take the big major road that goes all the way around and loops back into town. So of course, again, as stated, we've got the 1 major road that goes between Shelton and Olympia. So if that goes down, you've got minor roads or you don't go to Olympia anymore. Thumbs up. At least they have a bus that runs from here to Olympia, and then there's a bus that runs from Olympia to American Lake. So if I ever need to get to the VA and I don't have my van, there is a bus. There is a bus. I just have to figure out, go down and talk to the people and figure out the bus schedules and how much stuff costs. Yay. I've also opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. I forgot that I was going to do this at the beginning, and I forgot to do a pop-open card. So, really quick, before I do that, I still have a whole bunch of Be Happy pop-open cards. So let us get it near the mic so you can hear me popping open the perforations. Well, yeah, but not exactly profound either. Life delights in life. Well, yeah, that's because living things like living. Living things like to live. It's yeah, not profound, but true. Anyway, though, I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. It is arranged because even though I'm counting American Sign Language on this hand, yeah, I still have fibro. And while my memory's gotten better, I still have fibromyalgia. It's never going to be perfect. And if I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at pronouncing names. And I am not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So good comment, bad comment, a different comment. The fact is you left a comment. Thank you so very much. Let me call up my Chrome. Techno Death, thank you very much, even though you're kind of unpleasant. Zoom B, greatly appreciated. Yash Games, thumbs up and thank you. And Lambo Rambo, good to see you back in the comments. Dylan Richards, thumbs up and thank you. Dave Watson, greatly appreciated. Venix, V-I-E, oh, excuse me. NIX, thank you so very, very much. Love Crafty, greatly appreciated. TSM_Andre, thank you very, very much. Marco H, thank you, greatly appreciated. John Timing, thumbs up and thank you. And Mariah Cool, greatly appreciated. Pandora NYC1, thumbs up and thank you. Good to see your sleeping schedules are getting better. And Brian Glenn, yes, his name, he was a General Smedley who stopped in the 30s the coup of the United States. The business wanted to overthrow FDR. And he went to Congress and all that and turned them in. Otherwise, there would have been a coup. FDR would have been overturned and we would have become a fascist nation in the 30s. Gotta love that. Venu, greatly appreciated. Super PP 29, thumbs up and thank you. Clay Carbo, I sure hope I'm close. Lurs, thumbs up and thank you. Edgar Allan Poe, good username there. Spooky Pal, thumbs up and thank you. And then KM Luizo, I sure hope I'm close, but I'm not. Haxosaurus, greatly appreciated. And then Kiosta 270, greatly appreciated. I'm a gnome, I bet you are, and thank you. And then Retail Raccoon, thumbs up and thank you. Cute name, I like that one. Greatly appreciated. As stated, you get me out of my head, into the real world, dealing with actual people, and that's a good thing. When you're depressed, you don't want to be stuck in here. When you hear your thoughts echoing off the inside of your skull, you gotta get out of there. Thank you all so very, very much. It is appreciated. And speaking of appreciated, if you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron or donate to my GoFundMe campaign, that would be awesome. But yes, even though I said it backwards, if you could become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes, I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you can toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. I would understand if you don't want to, but if you could, that would be very cool. Very, very appreciated the thumbs up. Definitely. Definitely. Definitely a thumbs up. Kind of like I'd said. I know I'm repeating myself. This is day 3's worth of this. We have trained volunteers on hand to slake your hunger, so tuck in. You remember the first days, 2 days ago, it said, if bitten, do not panic. That only speeds up the transformation process. Enjoy the pain and relax. Yesterday's was, after the transformation process is complete, you will feel the need to consume human flesh. This is perfectly normal. So today's, we have trained volunteers on hand to slake your hunger. Tuck in. Definitely a good thing. Hopefully a reaction video today, hopefully a game video, for my game. Oh, I've got to upload my game video for my game channel. I already have it done. Thumbs up for that. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. Hopefully I won't be falling asleep. I actually slept a little bit last night. Not really well, but while I was in bed for 6 hours, hopefully I got, I think, well, 3 or 4 hours sleep. So that's more than usual. Definitely a thumbs up.